Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is also podcast Vanderpump Rules, the new cast edition, because it
really
feels weird.
Emphasize that new cast, Alicia. Tell me how you feel about it.
I can't call it Vanderpump
Season
Rules.
12, yeah.
Vanderpump Rules, the new class, season 12, episode 2. It's fine. It's like, I wish they had just done a different show. That's what they're fucking up for me.
No, I back that. But do you feel better or worse? Like, let's say it's a new show. Do you feel better or worse about the new cast?
I think the same. I think it's, in the sense, similar to Southern Hospitality, where, like, okay, it's fun, young, messy people, but, like, if they canceled Southern Charm, my heart would break. If they canceled Southern Hospitality, I would get over it in 30 seconds flat.
But we just need to think of it as a new show, right?
But they should have marketed it that way.
I agree. That's on them. You are committed to this show, but you and I think about it as a new show.
That's why I'm going to call it the new class. It's like a reboot.
I'm in.
It's like when Saved by the Bell did the new classes. It's
correct.
It's worse than the original, but here we are.
But, like, we're going to take it as it is.
Yes.
They don't get the legacy. They don't get the legacy of the old people, so let's stop comparing it.
No, well, they put it in the same show, so Bravo has asked us to compare it. Bravo has asked us to compare it.
We can't because we're stuck with this.
I'll still compare. Do you know I watch the show and I literally go, oh, that's just Jax in different
100%.
clothing.
No, I want
that's
that.
Just
I want
Tom
that.
Sandoval.
But I need people to stop saying, like, oh, it's not good because it's not the original.
I think Bravo did themselves a disservice by not marketing it better as a separate show. And for that reason, I think it does just end up as one of the worst seasons of Vanderpump Rules.
Okay. Worst seasons. Alicia, we're 2 episodes in. Let's calm it with the worst season ever.
It will be the second to worst season compared to season, what was that, 8, 9 when they had the new class?
I was going to say, hold up. We watched and recorded Jax and Brittany's wedding season. So, we're going to decide that when this season is over. No, we're going to decide it when the season's over. How about that?
I'm telling you, though, I'm going to vote for it to be one of the worst, besides the one where Danica and Threesome Brett showed up. That's the worst for sure.
Really rose to the occasion.
That's the worst season for sure. If they didn't want this to be one of the worst seasons of Vanderpump Rules, they would have marketed it.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, at the end of it, you can already agree that this is better than season 8 of Vanderpump Rules.
Was that the season that they had the new people? Then yeah.
No. It has nothing to do with the new people. It has everything to do with Jax and Brittany's wedding.
I thought the new people were the worst. Jax and Brittany's wedding, there were good times. There were good times.
No, you blacked out their wedding then.
There were good times.
No, there weren't. No, there weren't.
We'll just have to disagree because there were better times than this.
You're such a liar, and I'm going to send you voice clips of us ripping on that wedding season.
Yeah, but there was something to talk about. They should have done this as a new show. Bravo really did a disservice. It will go down as one of the worst.
Last week I told you I need 4 episodes before you really give it
a rating.
We're easing into it. Yeah, like give it a minute.
I mean, it's better than the other new class we had for a hot second. This is a better new class.
That doesn't compare. That's not fair. They had the OGs on their season.
It's all... No. That was worse with the OGs.
Oh, okay. You're saying season 8 was worse than this.
Was season 8 the one with the new people?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, that was then wherever the new people came in with the OGs. That's the worst season. That's what I've been saying. Then this season,
this was worse than 8, and I was "You're crazy."
Kept asking you, was 8 with the new people, and you kept saying, "No, that was Jax and Brittany's wedding." That's why I was saying
that. No, I thought you were saying that the season 8 with the other new cast was better. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because we hated Jax and Brittany's wedding.
I felt like I was really talking, and I felt like I was explaining myself.
No, I was not picking that up. I was not picking that up. And I was like, how dare you say Jax and Brittany's wedding season was better than this?
It's not about that. It was about the new people for me.
I understand.
That's what I was saying.
Season 8 was traumatizing because of Jax and Brittany's wedding.
Well, either way, season 8 was the worst. And then this season.
Okay, thus far.
That's where I'm at.
2 episodes.
That's where I'm at. I already know. Before we get into the actual like meat and potatoes of the episode, check us out on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, and Patreon. All the links are in our description. Also, please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. Okay, let's get into this dumpster fire, shall we? So previously on Sir has been in business for 20 years. I found out on TikTok, though, that apparently Sir is super empty in LA. No one goes here. It's on the brink of, someone was literally like, I live in LA and Sir is not cool anymore. During Pride, it was incredibly empty. No one went. And she said, if you look at the right camera angles, you can tell that no one's actually in this fucking restaurant. They just get fans to come in, take pictures, make it look full, and then they leave.
I mean, it makes sense because we saw them on the OG cast, like open the garden and whatever. Like, there's a lot of rooms in this that they clearly can, if there's 8 reservations, you can put them all in the same area.
So just so everyone knows, Sir is on the verge of shutting down. that's why Natalie is so
Sir
upset.
is running off of the back of this show. They had to have a new cast to keep this open.
Well, I think either way, this restaurant's not really going to, I think, be saved. I think we got a few more years of Sir, and then...
I am curious to know if Tom Tom is in the same boat, because why wouldn't they just build this show off the back of Tom Tom then?
I don't know. I'm just going... I don't live in LA, obviously.
No,
just
but
going
whoever's
off of
boots on the ground, let me know.
I'm going off of a girl who is boots on the ground, who says she has not seen Sir at any kind of capacity of people in many of years.
You know what? Who will tell us? You know who will be boots on the ground for us? Mustache Man, who we're interviewing. I'm gonna make him go.
You think he's gonna go to?
No, I want
Sir?
him. I want him
have to
tell
comp
us.
his meal.
Sold. Sold.
There you go. So Sir's been in business for 20 years, but they need a vibrant staff. We meet the cast. They all want to be models, actors, and singers, but they're still getting in trouble at work. There's this guy, Shane, who doesn't work at Sir, and he brought in a girl who angered Natalie, who does work at Sir. Then you got this couple, Marcus and Kim, and all they do is date and fight. And then Marcus was drinking on the job, and Lisa told him to go home and have a really good think about it. And his girlfriend, Kim, will not be reaching out because they broke up again. And then we do the biggest crime in the world, and we have an intro that's the same fucking intro.
I posted it. I posted it, and
it felt like I was cheating.
You would think the same thing as my caption on it.
It felt like I was cheating. Wrong. It felt like it was cheating. Just do what Summer House does and don't have a fucking intro.
Do a slight bit. You could still use the song and use that Vanderpump Rules logo. Obviously, like the water rushes in on Summer House, but like you could have
Lisa throwing her bag.
A nondescript person with a tray walking by. You know?
This felt like I was cheating, and I didn't like it.
Because we didn't have it last episode, I was really thrown off this episode. I
didn't like it.
Whoa.
Or at least use a different remix of the intro song. Like, you can't do anything different. The show, you can't do anything that's like a little different in the show. You just like have different people. Like, at least make it somewhat original. Like, it's rubbing me.
You know what it feels like? It feels like my dad married a new woman and is like, this is your mom now.
Yeah, if the fuck? And also, crime to Bravo, because how are you going to have this new cast of nobodies have an intro, but Summer House cannot have an intro? And that is one of my favorite intros of all time.
So true.
Best song, and them in the city riding city bikes. That is so good. Coming out of the subway on a call. Come on.
So true.
I don't want to see these people spill drinks. Ugh.
But I will say, I am happy. I know you hated Venus in our like Patreon, like what is this season going to be episode. He deserves Sheena's spin with the tray. Like, he's the one person who could do it.
Sure. I didn't pay attention.
Alicia.
I didn't pay attention to the intro.
I clocked the roles and who got what.
No.
And granted, some of them are because of like their roles at the job, but I'd be pissed if like Kim was like spinning with a tray. Venus, all the way.
It should have been the home wrecking whore. It should have been Natalie.
Yeah, but she's a bartender, so you can't. She doesn't hold a tray.
I didn't watch the intro, to be honest. I was too mad. I like rolled my eyes and was like, I can't clock these people.
I rewound it and I was like, wait.
Let's move on. I didn't watch it. I can't have a conversation
Don't traumatize
on
Alicia.
it.
Let's move on.
I can't have a conversation on it. I didn't watch it. Okay, so we open up at Sir. Audrey is setting up. Guillermo is here, and so is Lisa and Natalie, not to be confused with Natalie. So Lisa, Natalie, and Guillermo have an owners meeting, just to clarify who Natalie is, because they all have to have the same name.
Wow, owners meeting. Give me Ken back.
Ken's busy. They don't know what to do with Marcus. These new people need to adapt to what Sir is doing, and they need to be shipped into shape.
That's so BS.
Shipped into shape before the Sir photo shoot. So then Chris, who's been here for 3 weeks, thinks Demi always looks angry. Great, she does. Audrey has been serving since she was 16 to support her goal of becoming an actress. And she also has a thing for Chris. And this is where I decided Audrey opened her mouth too much and now she's not my favorite.
What?
You're gonna have a thing for Chris.
Oh,
also, I went
Alicia,
back.
I went to the bios. We knew this.
I know, but I forgot because I don't retain information. I will say I did go back into watch like a summary of what happened on Perfect Match when Chris was on it. And the other
Jason,
show he was on.
Oh.
No.
I think Jason was on it with him.
No.
Really? Because that's what people online are saying.
Just pause. Okay. Perfect Match. Chris was on. It was his second reality show. Before that, he was on a show called Dated or Related. And Related. Dated
that's
and
why
Related.
I think Jason was on then.
Yes, that's why I was like, pause, Meredith.
Okay.
Although, when I watched a recap of the show, because honestly, I watched it through, Trixie Mattel and Katya from Drag Race. They do Netflix stuff, and I just watched it through their point of view, so I didn't have to rewatch the whole thing. Didn't seem like Jason. It looked very different.
Okay.
Oh, it was Jason. Okay. He looked very different. And they didn't give the cousin a name, but Chris popped up. And I was like, yeah, terrible. Okay. I do hate Chris a lot.
They clearly, like we said last episode, like they were casted for Vanderpump Rules, where a lot of the other people had already been working there with maybe hopes of being on the show.
Well, they're actors.
Well, yeah. But, Sir is a breeding ground for Vanderpump Rules.
They'll take anything. These kids, they'll do anything to get on TV.
No, but I'm saying the other half of the cast was willing to work at Sir for the slight hope of being on the show. Chris and Jason were brought in to fluff up the show.
Or I think just the opportunities Lisa Vanderpump has. So Jason gives his Instagram to patrons of the restaurant, which I'd like to say would ruin my dining experience.
They looked all in though. The 8 people in this restaurant clearly want to be here for the show.
Disgusting. The way I would pretend to write down Jason's name and be like, okay, got it. And then never just follow him.
Him right in the face.
Chris and Natalie gossip about the staff meeting and Marcus being asked to leave. They were super shook. And then we find out Kim and Marcus have only been dating for 9 months. Kim says when they fight, Marcus immediately goes to, we're broken up. But they aren't actually broken up. They just ignore each other for a few days. And may I just say, I dated a guy once who's, whenever we would disagree about anything, he would be like, well, let's just break up then. And it is the single most frustrating trait in the world.
Wait, how many times were you then, in his terms, broken up?
We probably broke up every other week.
That's exhausting.
But it would be as simple as okay, if we went to this, we were supposed to meet up at a party, and then he'd be like, never mind, I'm hanging out with the boys. And I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? You were supposed to meet me at this party? He would be like, well, whatever, then we'll just break up if you're going to be mad. And I'd be like, it's like that. And then it would just see,
I would just make out with somebody then. If we're broken up, we're broken up. I'm done here.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there weren't a lot of options I wanted to make out with, but sure. I was in college, so it wasn't there were a lot of options.
Some Gen Z, yes.
But
I was telling some Gen Z girlies that a bar makeout used to be the biggest thing in the world, and I'm retired now. But
yeah, but when you're drunk and you've been dating someone and they're like, we'll just break up, you argue with them instead of thinking, I'm going to go make out with someone else.
A commitment phobe like myself could never.
Well, I just wanted to make a point that this is the single most 100%. Annoying thing. And so I have sympathy for Kim.
I hear what she's saying, and I'm like, girlie, you're better than that, man.
Well, because it feels like they just give up, and you're like,
yeah. Well, it feels like the words, because she mentions, Ross and Rachel, that it feels like a break. It's not like real. It's just like, oh, I need a timeout mentally, not like a real breakup.
Yeah, that. And it just feels like someone's just at the most simple sign of trouble will just leave you instead of like working through it. So I think that's really hard. That was my issue with it. Because it was like if something actually comes up.
Still together in present day.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes,
okay,
they are,
Alicia. I hate Kim then too. I hate them all. Yuck. So we go out to, I think the place is called Beer, with Marcus and Aaron, who's Marcus's brother, and they cheers with their blonde lagers. We find out they're from Indiana. They're bestie brothers. Aaron's the older, better behaved brother, and Marcus is the younger terror sibling.
Which I can see.
Yeah, Aaron seems like he has his life together.
Yes.
So mom is white, also known as Italian, and dad is black. And so Marcus got bullied for being mixed, but also for being small.
It's interesting, really quick, that he is a person of color, but every person, we learned that there's multiple people of color, because Kim is
That's
Hispanic.
Right. I was saying there was no people of color,
episode.
Which is wrong. Yes.
Yes, but they're all white passing still, which is
they're very white
not
passing.
Great. And even we have, like, we learned this episode, the diversity maybe of this cast. We have Marcus, who has black ancestry. We have Kim, who is Hispanic ancestry. We have two people who are like the queer community, but it just feels very like white passing and white acceptable version of it, which
feels
is not
white
great.
And straight. It feels white and straight, because I bet you there will be no conversations besides this about being black or being Hispanic in America, or also there might be more conversations on being queer
around gay pride, probably, like it'll be packaged in the white Christian acceptable
straight
version.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's great to hear about this now, but not that you need to lead your entire life with everything about you, because each person should be able to describe their life as they want. But everything that we've been packaged up and sent about this cast has been very like bleh,
The way you said white passing, I think, is a good way to put it. It's like, it's great there's people of color, but let's like grab people of color who we know are people of color and can talk about their experiences
about it.
Yeah, because like, though Marcus and Kim are people of color, their experience is very different than those who are not white passing. And those are, to me, stories that are very important to be told, because we've all heard the white story before.
Every story matters, obviously.
Sure.
But this is a predominantly white cast. And so they're going to lean into their whiteness to blend in, as we hear from many stories. Like, you just want to assimilate. So we're going to assimilate, rather than shine a light on stories that have differentiators here. And they're not going to,
their stories aren't going to be different. Yeah.
They're not going to shine a light on what makes them different. They're going to try to blend in, which I'm sure you've spoken about, like you have tried to do, and you were bullied for moments of being different. Like, we're not past that, clearly.
The thing is, Marcus can't talk about his experience as someone who is mixed with anyone in this cast.
No.
So if he ever does, someone's just going to go, oh, it sounds terrible. Like, there's going to be no connection made over it.
They're going to go, oh, man, once I was bullied because, like, my hair was curly. And they're going to be like, I hear you, man.
Great. We're all different. We're all minorities.
Dap him up.
We're all minorities here. Yeah, it's just, unless we bring back Rando Aaron and they don't even talk. Why would they talk about their upbringing? They know about their upbringing together. Like,
they didn't talk about it together, though. They didn't talk about it.
No, that's true.
Marcus talked about it in his confessional.
Well, that's because they don't need to talk about it. They lived it together.
They were clearly trying to be like, hey, we just want to let you know, we know this cast is so fucking white, but they're not.
There's this girl on the internet named Alicia who keeps saying we have a really white show. Can you just really
talk about
how you're not totally white? Oh, sure. Half white, mom's Italian. Great. Shout out. So Marcus tells his brother the drama from the staff meeting and how Lisa came into the meeting, quote, like Prince, floating. End quote.
Okay.
So Marcus has been at SUR for all of 3 years. Lisa's always busting his balls. And we've heard this quote before. Everyone drinks at work. He just got caught.
Wait, the clip they also showed of Lisa busting his balls was him like doing English breakfast tea, and she's like, it's the afternoon. I would want wine. It's like, babe, she can bust some balls. That was nothing.
Whatever, be sensitive. So Lisa sent him a text message that read, Marcus, this is Lisa. I know you're better than this, and I want to see you come through it. We're going to have a meeting Tuesday, okay. I like the okay at the end. I thought it was funny. It wasn't a question. It was just okay. And Marcus is nervous, but whatever. So then Marcus is like, forget about my work drama. Let's talk about the drama from the night out. Kim and Natalie were fighting, and it's all because I said Natalie and I are like brother and sister. And Aaron is like, hey, maybe you're not doing a really good job of making Kim feel secure in your relationship. And Marcus said, nah, no, we have sex all the time. I'm doing a great job.
No, she's not insecure because I decided she's not. I
fuck her constantly. She's not insecure.
What?
That was awesome when he said that. I'm doing a great job. We're having sex all the time.
His brother teed him up so well. I was like, oh, they planned this for Marcus to be like, oh, you know what? I should regroup with her. I should care about her. And he goes, no, I fuck her a lot.
Yeah. That's how you know Aaron's the older, mature brother.
No, but I'm sorry. If my sibling and I are going on reality TV together, I'm going to discuss what we're talking about, and you're going to tee me up perfectly to look amazing.
No, I mean, not always.
I'm going to do that with my sibling.
Well, yeah, I think Marcus, though, wanted Aaron to more be like, oh, Kim's dramatic, dude. Like, you're doing great things. But then Aaron said what he said, and then Marcus was like, nah.
I'm just saying, if me and my sister are going to be on reality TV for either one of our POVs, we are discussing it beforehand. We are going to have a script, especially our first time doing it.
As an older sibling, I can't not call my sibling out. I would call the shit out of my sister. Just be like, don't you think you're maybe a little wrong? And she could be like, no.
I think I rule my family enough. I could make my older sibling fall in line.
No. I would surprise myself.
But if she went off script, I wouldn't be like, if my sister called me out and said, hey, I don't think you're being a good girlfriend, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't double down on it. Especially when there's footage to say otherwise.
Marcus could have just said maybe. It's not Aaron's fault.
No. But I'm not going to
victim blaming. Aaron's the victim having a brother named Marcus.
Marcus is dumb for not trying to coordinate ahead of time. And then when his brother doesn't, like, let's say they did or didn't, but either way, when Marcus's brother says whatever he did say, I would be like, you know what, I'll look into it. You know, Meredith, this
is why you're not on reality TV. You're not real. Correct. This is real. Jesus.
That's terrifying.
You're fake.
Yes. On reality TV, yeah, I fucking would
fake
be.
Fake as fuck, yeah.
My first few weeks especially. I'm not digging a hole early on.
I'm real because I got nothing to be called out about. I'm perfect.
You're such a liar and you fucking know it.
No, what would I have to be called out on? Name one time. Every time I do wrong, I own up to it. I've done so publicly on this podcast. I'd be real as fuck.
Go look at the episode where Alicia had to apologize to her cousin.
And I did it. I did it with a smile on my face.
That clip went viral on the internet.
See, and that's what people love. Realness. And I'm real. So Marcus says he's in love with Kim, but he would rather be peaceful and steady than in love on a roller coaster, which...
No, he's not in love with her.
Do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. Marcus is going to be miserable no matter what. The fuck do I care what he chooses?
Weirdly, Marcus has every worst quality of every single person on the previous cast.
No, weirdly, I thought at one point I was like, oh, he's Jack.
No, every cast member, I'm like, no, he's this person. And I'm like, oh, it's all the worst qualities combined.
I thought it was Kristen, but he's worse than Kristen. It might be Jack.
Right?
I don't know. So now we go to Venus's apartment, house, condo, and Audrey's here, and she felt Venus's aura when she first met Venus, which immediately, as you know, I'm out. I'm out on Audrey. She's not my favorite anymore.
No. This whole scene, I thought, what would Alicia think of this?
The best part is, I would like sit through this and I would listen to it and have a blast, and then I would leave and be like, none of that shit's real. Like I would straight up be like, I would eat it up. I love eating this shit up, and then I leave. And I'm like, nah, whatever.
If they were having their moment, just them, and you were also just there, like you weren't being like,
I have to be involved. You would be like, what? No. It would have to be about me.
Yes, you could handle that.
I'll eat it up and then I'll leave and never
because it's
take
gimmicky
it seriously.
to you. You'd be like, oh, this is cute, fun and flirty, whatever. Give me the cheese board.
Yeah,
and then
similar
you'd be like,
to that was. I love getting my tarot cards read. I found out my friend sees an astrologist, and I went, sounds dumb. Can I get her number?
I'm still serious about this, Alicia.
Get our charts read.
Get our charts read together.
Yeah. We should ask if Venus will do it. Yeah, like when my friend's like, oh, my astrologist told me I shouldn't be working that hard this month. I was like, send me your astrologist's number. Like immediately
people get that granular with it? I shouldn't work this hard this month?
Well, she was like 2026 is when my astrologist says I will really come in my own at work. I was like, great, send me the astrologist's number.
They can tell me. The way I talk to my therapist retroactively, they're thinking with their astrologist preemptively.
Yeah, imagine my boss being like, can you work a little harder? I'm like, no, my astrologist said that I shouldn't.
And you need to respect that.
Send me your number. Am I going to believe it? No. Am I totally going to pay for it? Probably.
Wait, I'm going to tell my manager the next time we get drinks that I can't work hard because my astrologist said it. And she would literally die.
I've gotten my palm read, and every time something kind of good happens to me, I go, the palm reader said I just naturally am lucky. So that makes sense. Like, it's gimmicky. I love it.
Luck written on your hand means forever you're lucky.
There was one of the lines. She also told me I'm going to have like 4 kids. And I was like, well, you're a quack. No. You're a quack. How about that?
But not a quack on the luck. Believe you on the luck, not so much on the kids.
I'll choose what I want to believe.
Correct. Choose your own adventure.
So this is terrible to watch for me. Audrey and Venus, they communicate through their eyes. Stupid. They also are here to do manifestations, which always reminds me of Manifest, the TV show about an airplane, but also the one time, and I've told this story before, but it's my favorite story. My family of 5 was sitting at the dinner table, and my mom was like, oh, I hope COVID goes away soon, because it was like April of 2020. And my sister goes, we all just need to manifest that it will go away. And my parents go, what are you talking about? And she goes, if we manifest it, we can make it real. And I go, this is a disease. This isn't like your goals,
hopes and dreams.
Yeah, this is a like full virus, like that people are dying from.
Zero control over that. I do believe like the idea of manifest, like, you know, if you want things, you want make something it happen.
Sure.
Yeah, like it is a lot up to you, but I'm so sorry. COVID is not up to you, babe.
No, that was the funniest thing. I started laughing. And then she's like, also, I'm manifesting. And she like listed her goals. And I was like, that would require for the world to open up back again. So I don't know what we're doing.
You know what? I'm going to manifest my family away from me.
There you go.
That's what I would have manifested in 2020.
I'm manifesting certain people in the government to die, but it hasn't been working.
And I'm not going to name names.
I won't name names. I might be locked in this country forever, but just know you might be on my list.
I'm still hoping and dreaming every day.
I'm not putting too much energy into it. Just a little hope here and there. A birthday wish.
A fairy dust.
You know. Okay, so they're both from Texas. They remind each other of home. Venus is a manifestation coach. Apparently, there's some science to this about how you create your own reality and your life is a projection. I think if you want something, you can manifest it and then work really hard for it.
To me, manifestation is like setting goals. It's having hopes and dreams and then creating like a to-do list of what could get you there.
Sure. And then you think about it every day, and because you remind yourself, you continue to work towards that goal.
You have to do the action behind. Like, manifestation is just the top line.
The problem is, I, for example, have been manifesting myself to marry a billionaire, but I don't actually go out on dates.
And frequent the billionaires.
There we go. That's my problem. I just sit at home and order DoorDash. So
a link between the hopes and dreams and the action behind it.
There you go.
Get you there.
So it might be a science, but not one that I'm subscribed to. So then we talk relationships. Audrey is 8 months single. She's bisexual. She dates everyone. She dated a girl for 4 years in high school, and now she only dates men. And usually people do the opposite, like me, who's trying to date women and it's not working. Okay, because I am straight, unfortunately.
You said you're off of Audrey at this point in the episode. This got me on her. I was like, yeah, babe, I get that.
She's giving Grace Lily a little bit.
Okay, see,
she's giving Grace Lily.
I miss Grace Lily.
But Grace Lily was crazier. This girl's not as crazy.
I needed a more toned down to earth Grace Lily.
That's her. So that's Audrey.
I'm getting what I wanted.
I'm not really in on Audrey yet. But Audrey's birthday is coming up. She's an Aries. Don't know what that means. She wants to invite everyone, but everyone's fighting. And then Venus said he heard from Marcus after the staff meeting with a text that said, "I'm sad and scared, LOL." But Venus says Marcus actually has an issue with drinking at work. So,
I'm going to say, I always think that is a big accusation to throw around without much proof, especially on a reality TV show.
But he didn't say an issue with drinking. He said an issue with drinking at work.
Okay.
Which is an issue if you're drinking at work at all.
True. But also the minute Marcus said, "Hey, Venus, you want a shot?" He said, "Sure." Venus is only mad because he was brought up in conversation.
Maybe I do like Venus. I'm with him. So far, Venus seems the only one with a fucking head on his shoulders.
I'm just saying he's only upset with Marcus's drinking because he said yes finally once and got denied a shot.
And that's fine because fuck Marcus. I don't know why you're here sticking up for his ass.
I am all in on these, not other employees, but these employees drinking on the job.
But Lisa's not. So your opinion means nothing because you don't own the restaurant.
Okay, but for my entertainment value, I need Lisa to hate it and for these employees to do it all the time.
Well, as long as you're not dipping your gross unwashed hand into the sangria.
I agree with you. However,
I'm never ordering the sangria if I go to Sir.
I'm not the one drinking the sangria, so you can do whatever the fuck you want with that sangria.
I think it's disgusting. So we have boys' night with Chris, Jason, Shane, Marcus, and Venus. These are nightmares of boys. This is like, when you think boys' night, this is your worst. This is
too early for a boys' night. I don't like this cast enough to want all the boys together.
So Marcus has to meet up with Lisa on Tuesday. We talk about how Venus is really dressed up. The only time he doesn't dress up is when he files his taxes because the patriarchy doesn't deserve him at his best.
Clock it.
Which I think I'm into Venus.
You hated him based off his name. You hated him.
I hate that it's the woman goddess and
correct. But you know
what?
And
it's a man.
If it's anybody, he does it well. If anybody else in this cast
at least he's not aligned with the patriarchy because he could have been. Sounds like he's
the right
not.
amount of sassy and the right amount of messy and friends with everybody. He's the connector of this group.
And he seems fine. I mean, he's the one that can die last, as far as I'm concerned in this cast.
I like that.
So we ordered tequila shots and a mocktail for Shane because he's sober. So they ask how are Marcus and Kim. Venus says when Marcus and Kim drink, they are nightmares. But Marcus likes that Kim is a, quote, East Coast motherfucker. But when they fight, Kim becomes a monster. So then we go to Sir, and all the girls are working, and they're really cold because it's 67 degrees outside, but they are in sleeveless dresses. But 67 isn't that bad, but I will say California heat is different. Yeah.
No, it's California dryness is what makes the temperature.
Yes, sorry.
It's
California
a desert
nights are different.
Yeah.
So this would be cold.
I did think they were little bitches until I was in San Diego for a month, and I ordered long sleeves, even though it was like 60, 70 degrees.
No, I just like that someone was like, let's shade them a little bit. It's only 67 degrees 100%. Out. That was awesome.
Always. That is the job of production.
Yeah, it was great. So Demi needs Natalie to sign these documents that Guillermo gives Demi and says, get Natalie to sign these. Basically, Guillermo was the one that kicked Natalie out when she had her whole scene with Paolo, the 54-year-old bartender. And so now Natalie needs to sign her write-up. So we kick back to boys' night and we talk about how Venus is 100% gay. And then we talk about how Chris thinks Audrey's really cool, but Audrey is 21, soon to be 22, and Chris is 31. Oh, you know how I feel about an age gap.
Stassi and Jax, or Jax and Brittany. Like,
disgusting.
This is classic for LA, though.
Disgusting. Audrey doesn't seem like the typical LA girl. She's, quote, spicy and sweet. So she's a sauce.
That from her.
She's basically a condiment.
Okay. I don't find her to be spicy.
Also, Chris is like, you can't find spicy and sweet girls anywhere in LA. I'm sure there are a dime a dozen. There are a dime a dozen everywhere.
1,000 million people in this city. Nobody is unique.
You could describe anyone as sweet and spicy. You could describe me as sweet and spicy, and I'm probably not. You describe you as sweet and spicy, and you're probably not. Like, the fuck is that description? So they cheers to boys' night, and then we go back to Sir, and Debbie can't find Natalie because she's not at the bar. But she comes in 27 minutes later from when she left the bar. But Demi is like, you've been gone for like an hour, which really pisses Natalie off because it definitely wasn't an hour. It was
27 minutes. Her on that. It wasn't an hour.
I agree. But I think as we go through, there's a point when you just shut the fuck up to your manager. Fuck up.
Yeah.
This is your manager. We have to remember there is a hierarchy. This is your manager that's like, you've been gone for like an hour, and you say like, it wasn't an hour. You should have timed how long it was. So you could have been like, it was only 27 minutes.
Okay, here's what I always think is it's different, I guess, in corporate world, but even in the restaurant world, you usually get like a 15-minute break. You don't know when I left. And so like, let's say I took longer than I did, 20, 25 minutes. You can at least deduct 5 minutes from that time. You have no clue how long I've been gone from the back of the bar.
Yeah, but also like they're on hourly. I don't know what it's like if it's hourly or not. I have worked jobs before where if we do take a break, we clock out. Sometimes if we take a break, we don't clock out.
There is no clocking out. You just like dip out when you can for your 15 minutes.
Sure.
So, like, your manager's not watching you walk out. So
sure, but she was still over 15.
100%, but not an hour. I probably, if I was friends with my manager like this, I would have been like, fuck, no, I wasn't gone an hour.
Yes, but again, there's also a way to say it. Because I was also thinking, like, okay, even at my corporate world, if my boss was like, you've been logged off for like an hour, I'd be like, no way it's been like an hour. I'd be like, sorry, I don't think it's been an hour, but whatever. You know, you just kind of like brush it.
Her first response was that bad.
It wasn't bad.
I think Demi really dug in to be like, yes, you were, and like got fighting mode more than Natalie went fighting mode.
But unfortunately, she's the boss. So
agreed. You
just have to shut the fuck up.
But I think Demi took it up a notch where Natalie didn't.
Sure, but again, she's the boss. So if she wants to continually tell you that you've been gone for an hour,
not really the boss though.
She's Natalie's boss in the hierarchy.
Yeah, but
in the hierarchy, Natalie reports to her.
I think I would have responded like
it's
Natalie.
The same way
if that was my friend.
If there's another director that's not your director, you still have to show that director some respect. Or if there's a senior manager that's above you, if you're a manager, you still have to show.
Wrong, I will still say they're wrong. I'll say it politely.
But I think it's the way you go about it. I think the tone, because if your boss continues to poke, there are ways to go about it. If you want to fight back to it, that's not yelling at your manager, because that's gonna get you in trouble. So I agree with you.
At this point, I think the friendship lines are blurred where it's messy because Demi.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was saying. What I'm saying is, yes, I think Demi dug in, and at first Natalie wasn't yelling, but then I think Natalie didn't know when to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I think rightfully so, she was dismissed. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, jumping ahead, but immediately there's a fight because Demi says that she has been gone for an hour, and Natalie fights back, says she wasn't, and then Demi's like, here, I need you to sign this write-up, and then Natalie, which is also wrong, refuses to sign the write-up and says only with Guillermo. So then Guillermo needs to come over. And
I think that was a good like conflict resolution, to be like, I don't want to keep fighting with you, can I just do this with somebody else? Like, I don't think they would have saw eye to eye.
But there wasn't any eye to eye. You just had to sign the write-up now.
I think no matter what, it would have, like, kept escalating.
Yeah, but then Guillermo came over and said, she's the boss. If my boss's boss told my boss to get me to do something, and I said no. But we live in
corporate world. The corporate world is so different. But it's
the same thing. Guillermo said, Demi, get Natalie to sign this. So Demi said, Natalie, sign these. And sure, they can bicker while doing it, but they're not bickering about the write-up. And then Natalie refuses to do the write-up and has to get Guillermo, the owner, to come back over and watch Natalie sign this when he didn't want to. He delegated it to someone else. It wasn't all about the
sign up, though, because,
it was, though.
Yeah, but that's not what Demi was, fighting with her about. It was about whether she was gone or not for the break for so long. So I think it intensified Demi, really digging into her about how long she'd been gone or wherever she was.
Sure.
So it became about something else. So when you try to draw it back to the write-up, I don't want to deal with you. This is a really hostile nature. So,
I disagree.
I would want a third party.
I disagree. I think this was so unprofessional of Natalie. And I get she's a bartender. So whatever professionality, I don't know if that, or professionalism, I don't know what that level is. But I think if your boss just tells you to sign something that has nothing to do with what you're arguing about, just sign it. Be done with it. It's on camera. You don't really need a third party. And also, your signature is right there. You move on. Demi can keep parting her mouth out. And then if you really have an issue, go to Guillermo after the shift and say, just so it's on record, Demi is saying that I was gone for an hour. I wasn't. This is how long I was gone. I took my break in the back. I have people who can vouch for me on that. And that's over. I think it was very unprofessional in any setting to fight like this. This gives toxic work environment, and I have been in tons of those. And so I am hypersensitive to the way people speak at work. And I just think this was so wrong in all aspects.
I would have taken the document and just been I'll take it and I'll hand it to Guillermo. I don't want to deal with you.
Sure.
I'll do the task, but somebody yelling at me about something that's not why they came to me would have pissed me the fuck off.
Sure, but I think if you acted the way Natalie did, I would have told you that, again, you were wrong, and that was so unprofessional. Because I just think Natalie handled it so terribly. Whatever. And also, again, yes, I know the lines are blurred because they are friends, but this was insane. And I think Demi had a right to tell Natalie, you can leave. And then Natalie was fine. And do I think Demi was being dramatic about the 1 hour thing? Yes. Do I think she dug in? Yes, but at some point you just kind of shut up if you're the low man on the totem pole and you move on. And I can't see the other side of it. I'm sorry, I can't. So then we go to Chris and Jason's apartment in Marina Del Rey. Chris gets a call from his dad. And as he's FaceTiming him, Chris is getting all his Instagram notifications because he has those on still, like a 12-year-old.
So weird.
Chris describes himself as a New Jersey Italian, which immediately I want to bang my head into a wall. So Chris is trying to become an actor, model. He would rather try at his dreams and fail than settle for a life that he would have in New Jersey, which I get, it's New Jersey. But Chris is a personality guy, overlooks when he's dating. He's 31, he wants to get married, so he's not going to waste any time if there's no spark. Great, there was no point to this scene.
LA is the place for this.
There was so literally no point to that scene. So then we go back to Sir. Marcus is here with flowers. He's really nervous to meet Lisa. Marcus and Lisa have their meeting. Marcus apologizes, gives Lisa the flowers. Lisa doesn't know what's going on with Marcus. She's hearing that Marcus is drinking way more than he used to. And Marcus shares that at the end of September, which I don't know what month we're in. I would assume May, June?
It was either spring or early summer when they started filming this.
Okay, so 8 months-ish. Marcus's mom passed away and his dad has been gone since COVID. And then Marcus starts crying. And I'm a bad person because I don't totally believe it. I do and I don't.
I believe
he's sad.
His thoughts are. I believe the grief that he is talking about. But I find this to be an excuse for his behavior, as he is using his life and real things that have happened to pass off any responsibility on his behavior.
Okay, yes, that is what I think. Because when he started crying, it became more of I'm having a really hard time and all I have is this job. even if I am drinking. I do believe he's very sad about his parents' death, 100%.
Absolutely. Like, that is a long-term grief to go through.
Of course. I do think, though, he's using it a little to get out of trouble.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
He's not owning his actions. He's
correct.
Instead...
It's not like, hey, I fucked up and I just shouldn't do that. It's, oh, my parents died 9 months ago, and so I drink an obscene amount at work and in my personal life. And so instead of just saying like, hey, this is something I should deal with because I'm not acting correctly, it's, well, you should forgive me because my parents died.
Yes, exactly. So then Lisa's like, oh, are you leaning on Kim? And he's like, oh, Kim can't understand. She can't understand that I can't be the type of boyfriend she needs right now.
Which, that is what made me really clock into like, oh, we're using this. Sucks. We're really using this as a card.
Yeah. And then Lisa says, like, Kim is on your side. She loves you. But Marcus is like, nah, she doesn't.
She would never
She doesn't the way I need to. She can't relate. I get that.
Like, if you have never lost a parent, which I am very thankful I haven't, like, I will never understand the grief of losing a parent. But I can support you the best that I could possibly. But at some point, you need to tell me what you need if I'm not supporting you correctly.
If you are grieving, obviously we can work through that. But it doesn't mean you could be a shitty human to me.
Correct. Like, you need to go to therapy and deal with this on your own as well. And I can also be a support for you, but I can't make this go away. This can never go away.
So you have a right to grieve and, like, do what you need to do.
But then if you mess ups.
But you're not allowed to continue to drink and then fight with me and then do whatever you want and then weaponize your parents' death. I have to forgive you.
A pass for being a shitty person. At times, you can clock in and clock out of being a shitty person because sometimes the grief can be overwhelming, and I can understand that. But for the long-term 9 months that he's basically saying, you don't get to be a horrible human to me, say I'm not supporting you, kind of like an alcoholic in and out of work, and be like, well, my parents died.
Well, there you go. Let's say you could be a shitty human, but you can't be a shitty human to hurt other people and then not take ownership about it.
It's the not taking ownership.
You could also be a shitty human in the sense that you just get emotional at a party and then you kind of ruin that party because you're emotional, right? You're not really hurting anyone. You're just emoting. Yeah, but then if you're a shitty human to me and then you say, well, my parents died, well...
And you're not supporting me. You can never understand.
Let's pause for a second. Yeah.
And it's the, like, 2 tears that came out of his eye. I was like, stop.
No. It was the squinting for me, where he squinted and then the tears came out. Yeah, it was the squinting.
It kind of made me feel bad because I was like, it's like that. It's
a terrible situation
of your parents passing. And I do feel for you on that side of it, but you don't get to weaponize it to excuse anything.
The thing is, though, even Tom Sandoval fake cried better than he didn't squint to get the tears out.
You know what? He really gave us all with the whole body shudder.
It was, for me, I believe Marcus is sad. Do I think that he made himself cry a little in this meeting to get out of taking responsibility with Lisa? A little bit. It was the squint. As someone who consumes a lot of content, next time maybe don't squint when trying to cry, and I feel like it'll come across better.
A shudder would actually do you better. And also, you didn't have to try that hard because Lisa's sympathetic to men.
Lisa loves a sad puppy. She immediately is like, listen, come back to work and we'll set you up with a grief counselor.
She learned. I was like, oh, girly clocked in that she can't just forgive men. She has to pretend to change them a little.
Them to therapy. Yeah.
So
it was giving James. It was giving James.
100% giving James. This is where I was like, Marcus is every bad version of every person on the old cast. It was
giving James.
But Lisa has learned and has seen that we hate how much she gives a white passing man. And she's like, no, I'll do better because I'm going to say you should go to therapy.
Yeah, you should go to grief counseling to be better. Great. So it's Audrey's birthday today. She's turning 22. She's a whole decade younger than me. How does that feel? Woof.
Traumatizing because she said she moved right before her 21st birthday to LA. And I was like, babe, you couldn't drink when you moved to LA? I mean, she did drink, let's be honest, but...
It's all right. Just 22 is yikes. Because then I was like, where was I celebrating? Because she's celebrating her 22nd birthday on the roof of a hotel. I celebrated my 22nd birthday, I don't even really remember. I remember my 21st.
I don't know my 21st well. My 22nd would have been in St. Louis, and I don't think I did anything.
Mine would have been at college because I'm a November birthday.
Oh, yeah,
and it would have been senior year. And I'm sure my friends and I went out because I was the first one whose birthday always turned. So it was, easy
just
for everyone to rally. Yeah, but I'm sure that weekend I just didn't spend money because everyone bought my drinks. I wasn't hanging
out with a 31-year-old, I can promise you that.
No. I mean, there might have been some townies at the bar, but besides them, I don't really know.
Yeah, damn.
But we're at the Sonder Hotel birthday rooftops. She got the penthouse suite for the night. It's her Taylor Swift year. She's going big. Of course, Audrey likes Taylor Swift. That's right on brand.
Well, I feel like this is just such that age because everybody was like, "You're Jordan
Taylor
year,
Swift
you're
year."
This. Yeah, like nobody calls your 30th year any year.
You know what? I got to give it though. Actually, they do. My 29th year was my new girl year.
Oh,
remember that?
Nobody said that. Nobody said that to me.
We said that. I loved that. And then your 30th is basically your oh my god, what's the movie with Jennifer Garner?
To celebrate.
30, flirty, and thriving.
Yeah, 30 is willing
going
to like
30.
Drive is something, but after like 23, like there's not much.
I have a sad reality. After 21, your birthdays kind of don't become as fun unless you like actually make a big deal out of it.
The number doesn't matter. Like you can always do something, but it's not like it's like your Jordan year, and then from there it's like, okay, let's.
Yeah,
I think
21 is the year where you could just the day of go get smashed and like everyone's down. After that, you got to start making plans and logistics, and then people start getting married and having kids, and you just got to figure it out.
You just got to do whatever you want to do, and whoever comes.
Sure. So all her friends are here getting ready in the penthouse with her. These are friends that are not on the show.
No.
She tells her friends that she wants to talk more with Chris. Dating in LA is like the Hunger Games. She debated joining a run club, which if I ever join a run club, that's when you shoot me down.
No, but she's 22 saying this. Like, girl, you got years.
I have a sad reality coming for you. Okay? Let me give you a future look into your life. Here we go. Good luck.
Join the run club at 32.
Not even. They just don't. That sounds terrible. And you shouldn't debate joining a run club until at least 28. That's really sad.
That's really just go live your life and also don't focus on men.
Truly decenter the men. Come on. So we go tanning with Venus and Natalie. They're getting spray tans and they get naked, and Natalie has great tits and Venus has an ass made from pizza rolls and Hot Pockets.
Wait, can we talk about Natalie saying like, oh, I love my tits and my dad could do them for me?
Is her dad a plastic surgeon?
Your stepdad should not be doing your boobs. Please tell me it would be like his partner.
You know how I feel about weird family dynamics.
No, I was concerned.
I bet she kisses her stepdad on the lips.
I wish she would say like, oh, my dad's a plastic surgeon, so his practice could get me them for free. Not my dad could do my boobs.
They might take baths together like Bruce Willis's family.
Stop doing this to me because this is going to get to the Mary Cosby marrying her grandpa level because it's not your biological parent, but it's still fucking weird.
Somehow I've gotten used to it. Worse. But it's weird. Yeah.
I think it's somewhat weirder when it's
they've stopped talking about it as much.
No, I think it's weirder when it's somebody who chose to join your family and you still talk about them like that. If you grew up in it and you said,
weird.
Weirdly, you kissed your family on the lips, fine. But to add in somebody who never was in that dynamic and be like, yeah, my dad's going to stare at my tits and put silicone boobs in me is weirder.
It is weird to be my stepdad cut out my nipple and then put it back on.
Yeah. I think it's weirder when it's somebody adjacent to you.
Listen, I've just learned that my family is, because this is saying a lot, more on the normal side of families, which is crazy because my family's insane. But somehow,
couldn't agree more.
Somehow, my
family are lunatics, and we're normal by these standards.
This is normal, and I will tell you if certain behaviors are normal or not, and I think I can have authority on this because this is not normal.
I think the lunatics make it to reality TV, like in my standard of Friends.
What would I say? A lunatic. My father and I barely make eye contact and or hug. My dad told me at 30 he was proud of me and I didn't know what to do. That's not what they want. They want dads cutting nipples out of people.
I'm like, my parents bought my first fake ID and yelled at me when I lost it. Weird.
Sure. Yeah, sure. But they don't want normal. They want families who kiss on the lips. That's weird.
Reality TV.
Weird
Yeah.
I don't want those people near me.
But we're abnormal to like normal America, Midwest America.
Yeah, but somehow, if we take the census of everything, we're on the normal side. Okay, so we talk about Marcus, Kim, Natalie drama. Natalie really wants to talk with Kim, and she says she'll be calm and everything. And she understands that Kim's like insecure, but that's not Natalie's fault. And though I don't love the phrasing, Natalie is
agree
correct
with the sentiment. Yeah,
that it is Marcus's fault.
Yes. So, but also, like, whatever you're dealing with, whether Marcus was crazy or not, your ebbs and flows of insecurity should not be projected on me. There are three parties in this. It's Natalie having a relationship with Marcus, and we can deem whether that's weird or not. It's Marcus acting inappropriate.
Yes.
And it's Kim interpreting it. And it's like, your interpretation is somewhat my fault, but not 100%.
I think it is on Marcus of how he relays the relationship to Kim, and then Kim how she chooses to feel secure or insecure about
and Natalie has an influence over that all, like, because she's in relation to them all, but like I would only give her a 15% influence over the whole thing, no matter what her role
I would give 15 to her, 15 to Kim, and the rest to Marcus.
Yeah.
He seems to be the unreliable narrator in this situation. So we go to Audrey's birthday party at the Cocoa Club, and everyone's here except Kim because she'll be here soon. And Marcus is like, fuck.
I found it weird that they didn't arrive together off the bat.
No, they're broken up. Meredith, keep up.
Okay, but in the like high school version,
they're like broken up.
They're not really, though.
This is so high school because I would show up separately and I would look fucking fantastic. I would walk right past you and make sure you
But wouldn't you make your like girlfriend show up with you? Like, why would you show up alone?
No, I would show up
all
by myself,
entrance?
looking hot, and then I could walk up to my girlfriend and be like, hey who I know is near Marcus, and be like, I'm so happy and beautiful. That's what you do.
See, no. What you do is you walk up with another guy on your arm because we're broken up.
Okay, I have the pettiness of like a 14-year-old. You're upgraded to 19.
There we go.
Your pettiness is 19. My ass is like, I would never just invite another man into my life. I don't care. Ew.
Oh, see, I don't care that I'm not in relationships because I couldn't care less.
I don't want him near me.
In toxic situationships, this is just the norm.
I think it's almost crazier to just be like, I don't even need another man. I'm so happy without you. I'd bring a gay man, probably, so I can make out with him.
Wait, but a straight passing gay man would be my dream.
Those are my favorite. Demi says that Marcus likes to make Kim mad because when she's mad, he gets mad, and then they're just like all mad, and it's awesome.
Which
it's
is
like foreplay.
Such a toxic relationship.
Of course. Marcus tells Demi about his meeting with Lisa, and he isn't fired or suspended. And Demi's pissed because she's like, literally any other boss at any other job. And I'm like, except for Sir. You should have seen it. There's this one DJ who used to fat shame people, and he just got a slap on the wrist.
And had no real reasoning. Like, Marcus was able to play a card, Marcus was able to play the dead parents card.
This guy said, I was drunk and I hate Kate.
And I'm sorry-ish.
And she was fat in those shorts. That's what he said.
And Lisa said, you're so right, you're back.
Yeah, you're right. She was.
Great excuse.
Lisa goes, I saw the tapes. Terrible. That was a good bit. That's a great bit. That's hilarious.
Basically what happened in OG Vanderpump. So, like, Lisa is like, I've learned, can be said he's a person of color. He lost his parents, and I offered him grief counseling. So, like, no worries, nothing needed here.
That bit of James and Katie, that was a good bit. I'm never going to let that die. That was great. So Kim is feeling really anxious because Marcus can be really unpredictable after a fight. But Kim notes that, or she does tell us that once Marcus's mom passed, he hasn't been himself, great. I'm glad we're all recognizing that. Marcus should go to therapy.
Can somebody tell me what he was like beforehand?
Terrible.
Because if he was like a normal person and like a respectable person, okay, I as the audience could give him a pass. Grieving is hard. You get more of a pass. However, if he was still a douchebag, no.
Can I give you my diagnosis? I think Marcus, and he has been different in the sense that he drinks a lot more. And then he fights a lot more because he has lost 2 people who are very important to him. And now he's just pushing everyone away. And that's 100%. Grand and dandy. But when I don't come back, you can't keep coming in my life. You pushed me away. Let me go.
Okay, but
and also you can't be a dick to me.
If he wasn't a dick before, I would be more willing to give him a pass now.
That's true. It sounds like he was a real dick always.
That's the thing. It sounds like he used to take 2 swigs of the breakfast sangria. Now he's taking 4.
Yeah.
It sounds like he used to break up with Kim once a week, and now he's breaking up with her twice a week.
Once an hour at this point.
Yeah, like, what's the level of increase? Like, he never did this stuff, and now he is? That I get. That's acting
That's
out. True. That's dealing with things. I think let's send him to grief therapy.
He's gotten heightened.
That's not behavior. Okay. Yeah.
Sure. So Natalie sees Kim. She goes up to Kim because she wants to make peace. And she opens up with, hey, we both have white toes.
Which, honestly, iconic girl line. That is an olive branch if I've ever heard one.
And Kim chooses to ignore it. And Natalie gets really mad about this. And Demi is like, hey, maybe you come back later. Like, leave her alone for right now. Maybe you just, like...
Demi did say she doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, Demi's like, she doesn't want to talk to you right now, so just, like, don't talk to her right now. And Natalie's like, that's so rude. And she walks away.
Natalie goes, like, I'm leaving this rooftop. And Demi goes,
where are you going?
On a roof. There's nowhere to go.
Where are you going? We're on a roof.
There's nowhere to go.
Audrey's here. She's so happy to be here for her 22nd birthday. Demi is one of us because she's like, don't ever tell me anyone's turning 22.
100%.
Who turns 22?
Who does that?
I don't know anyone turning 22.
No, who does
I thought about it and I was like, yuck, that's embarrassing to turn 22. Now when I feel sad about something, I just go, that's embarrassing.
My friend's girlfriend was talking about the song Closer. And I was like, oh yeah, that came out my senior year of college.
Oh,
she goes, no, it didn't. That came out in 2016. I go, yeah, that was my senior year of college.
Yeah, what's up?
She was like, you're old. And I go, never say that to me again. I go, that's so fucking rude. And also, I'm the youngest person in this friend group, or used to be. So don't ever say that to anybody else around us.
Also, fuck you. You go to college during COVID?
Yeah, shut up, you loser. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And her boyfriend, my actual OG friend, was like, you guys were fighting so hard. I go, tell your girlfriend to not say, well, I'm fucking old.
I was licking beer off the floor of a bar, and you were what, at home with your parents doing online school?
Wearing a mask. You were scared of germs? I wasn't.
I got to stay home from work. That's what I got to do. You had no fun. Closer was playing, and I was shirtless on top of a bar, dancing to the cover band.
I knew.
The cover band doing 2000s punk pop, and you were in diapers still, so fuck you.
Yeah, you were listening to that as you were laying in your bed 4 years later.
You're on TikTok brain rotting? Please.
TikTok wasn't even around when I was living my best life.
You were Snapchatting, and you couldn't save that shit back in the day. Haha, we were sending nudes on there because nothing could get saved.
Like, who turns 22? Not me.
Disgusting.
Not me at this ripe age.
So how old is your friend's girlfriend?
She's like 24. 25?
Oh, yuck. She's younger than my sister, that means. And I hate her. My sister's the end level to people I accept in my life.
100% agree. 100%.
And she's...
my brother-in-law's
26.
level is the highest level I can go, which is like 6 years older than me.
There you go. Yeah. So my sister's 20.
You have to stay within the bounds of your family. I always think this. There's 1 year of buffer, I think, on either ends, but that's about it.
Well, like, my sister's 26. I'm 31. My sister went out once with a 33-year-old, and I was like, you're wrong.
Anytime I've dated somebody older than my sibling, I never say it out loud.
My sister told us.
I find it weird.
And then she's like, I only went on one date because we were in just different parts of our life. And I go, yeah, his back hurts. And you're out throwing ass at the club, dude.
As the younger sibling, you can accept a first date, but you have to think, if this ever succeeded, if I introduce this person to my family, they would be the oldest person in my family, and that's crazy.
That's what I think. I will only date to 26. But I can go as old as I can go like as old as...
You have no limit. You have no limit.
Well, my parents. Well,
parents is the limit?
No, I would say I have to give a 10-year buffer with my parents.
I agree, but it's different being the younger sibling. In my mind, you have no limit.
But you could go young. You could go as young as 18 if you wanted.
Sure, your parents, yes, is the limit.
Yeah. So there is a limit on both ends, but you, for example, have a lower limit going up.
Ceiling.
So you could date an 18-year-old and
the floor is in hell. I mean, it's the legal limit.
I think you should go 21 so you could at least drink with them, but the floor.
Correct.
You have
who am I? Yeah, I legally would always stay within the bounds, though.
Yes. As we should. And I will do younger than my
you could.
I think my parents would understand if I showed up with an old man with heart disease. Oh, yeah. They would get it. They would get it. My dad would be proud.
You reap the benefits.
My dad would be proud. So it's how he raised me.
He'd be like, just leave some of this into my.
Anyway, unfortunately for Audrey, I can't date her. She's past my limit. You could.
You're right.
You could.
Never say never.
Is you, babe.
She does swing for my team.
She swings. She might win you over. You really like her already.
You loved her in the first episode.
Then I found out
on her team.
She's too young for me. She's too young for me, bro.
Perfect age for me.
I'm pulling out Jersey Shore. She's too young for you, bro. These kids don't even know Jersey Shore. That's
they weren't alive for it.
Terrible. Anyway, so Chris offers to teach Audrey how to surf, and Audrey will teach Chris how to ride a horse because Audrey, she says, has a horse named Oreo, but JK, it's her friend's horse that Audrey kind of splits with her friend.
Really touted that. I was like, girl, you could just say it's your friend's horse that you ride.
Yeah, her friend's horse that she takes care of and probably splits work with. Natalie and Marcus end up chatting, and Natalie is like, are we friends or not? And Kim clocks us immediately. And I would like to say, for any producer, that we were picking up Kim's sound, but the subtitles that Bravo was giving us was a different conversation that was not Kim
I didn't notice that.
Marcus and Natalie. So I don't know.
Was it the yellow subtitles that production always has on there? Or was it the one that you layer on top when you choose to have subtitles?
Honestly, I don't remember. I thought it was the yellow ones, but I don't want to be quoted wrong. So it could be either. But one of the subtitles was off because Kim was talking about how she's going to go over there and see Marcus and Natalie. And then there was Kim, or not Kim. Oh my God, so many names. Natalie and Marcus were talking, and then there was some interference that I'm picking up on the subtitles that's like, oh my God, we should do a shot. And I was like, I think it's the one layered on top
because Bravo has been called out for their incorrect subtitles.
Well, someone fucked up. So just saying. So Kim goes over there to interrupt the conversation, and she doesn't interrupt Marcus. She says, hey, Natalie, maybe we should have a conversation.
Love that.
So they go to talk, and Kim says she knows that Natalie texts Marcus a lot, specifically about some heels that she bought. And okay, the way it was presented was she is sending him
a photo.
Stripper heels. Yeah.
A photo is right the vibe that we got last week.
Was photo. Natalie says it wasn't a photo, and it's not. We saw that. Well, they could have cut out the photo. I don't think they would.
But
the text basically said, here are some heels that I bought. She's texting this to Marcus. And then Natalie asked Kim, did you see the text? And Kim is like, no, Marcus told me.
Which immediately I was like, there's the problem. There's the problem.
So Natalie at first doesn't explain the heels thing. Instead, she kind of went off topic,
because I
which
don't
confused
think
me.
She understands the problem.
It confused all of us because Kim was like, you're texting Marcus about heels. And Natalie was like, because he talks so highly about you. And I was like, who gives a shit? But then we find out that it's because Marcus talks about how great Kim's heels are and how Natalie should step up her heel game. So Natalie bought heels and texted Marcus that she bought new heels, which fine. And then Natalie was like, I thought of you, Kim, the whole time, which is when the only weird thing with that is why wouldn't you just text Kim and be like, yo, I got heels.
If you and Kim aren't talking about it, if somebody's razzing me about something and I'm like, okay, I'm if a guy friend was like, you look like shit every time I see you, never wear makeup, and then I finally wore makeup and I send them a photo being like, hey, dressed up finally. I feel like the vibe isn't that weird because it's you've been egging me on and poking at me. It's
Yes.
Did it, bitch? Like, that is such brother-sister. Like, fuck you.
That's very true.
Finally cared about something.
I have a feeling the way Marcus told Kim about it, this got lost in translation.
Natalie's texting me about how she is like buying heels and like she won't stop talking about any heels.
Yeah, weird.
Because he will never put forth the conversation that he had with her, telling her how much she should wear heels and all that like backstory.
But also I question how good of friends are Natalie and Kim, because Natalie talked about how her, Kim, and Demi are good friends and she feels really lost without her girls. Because then I'm just also thinking, I have a friend where I'm friends with her, obviously, and her husband, and I will text her husband about things, but I always let my friend know because I talk to her more to be like, oh my God, your husband was razzing me about this. I'm going to like let him know. Just out of respect. I don't think my friend would ever get mad, but then I question how good of friends are they? But I also have another friend where I'm better friends with the guy than the girl, and I'll text him and not let her know. But if gun to my head,
the work dynamic also adds a layer because Marcus and Natalie have been working together longer than Kim's been there.
Yeah, so I think I need to know more about these relationships, whatever, because I don't know. Because like if you ask me, what?
In a not weird way, Natalie's always at the bar. Like Marcus and Kim both have to come to the bar to get drinks. So like they will always have separate conversations with her that in a not weird, not texting way. Like Marcus is going to come to the bar, chat with her as she's making drinks for their table. The topics could be weird, but the reason she's talking to him and the touch points that they constantly have are not her being inappropriate.
But then the question comes, is Natalie better friends with Kim or Marcus?
Yeah, I think Marcus.
Then that's fine. But we also don't know. If you're stuck in the middle, it's hard, but you always have to kind of pick a side. And
I agree.
Like
I think Natalie is like a girl's girl, not in like that, like, oh, wow, I'm going to go after your guy, but like wants to be friends with the girls. But I think she has a longer standing, from what I'm seeing, relationship with Marcus, has a lot of side conversations with Marcus in a completely platonic, normal way. The topics may not be, but lots of touch points because of the work atmosphere they're in.
It's hard to judge who's maybe right or wrong.
Her priority.
I mean, Marcus is wrong in this whole scenario.
Marcus is wrong.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. Maybe
Natalie has nefarious reasons or like nefarious conversations. If Marcus is bringing the weirdness or if Natalie's bringing it.
I also think Natalie is the type of girl to not take other women's feelings into consideration before acting.
I don't think she leads with that, but I don't think she would turn down a man's intent.
No, I think if Marcus leaned in, she'd be down for it.
Absolutely.
I think Kim is very hurt by the situation, and it sounds like Kim, Demi, and Natalie had their own thing going on, so I think the friendship with Marcus could also hurt Kim. Again, we don't know the relationships, but I see all kind of points of why everyone's upset.
Yeah.
I can't put my own opinion because I don't know.
Hinges on Marcus. Yes. Like a lot of it, because Marcus is making it muddier than it truly needs to be.
Yeah, because again, Kim has not seen these text messages. Marcus tells her about it. And then Natalie doesn't understand why she's getting called out and Marcus isn't. And that's when Demi and Venus get involved and they're like, exactly. So Demi goes to get Marcus and bring him into the conversation.
I love that because I think you should talk to the girl to be like, what's going on? Give me the details because let's be honest, men will lie to you. But it does hinge on him. So like bring him in. Let's hear his side.
So then Venus clocks Marcus and basically says Marcus always thinks he's right. So the walls never cave in on him because he doesn't have the awareness to know that this issue came from him, which I think makes a lot of sense. And so Marcus says Natalie is the one that always claims him and Natalie are like brother and sister, which is a lie, which we've already seen on camera one episode in. Venus says that's a lie. Natalie says that's a lie. The camera says that's a lie. And then Marcus walks away. He doesn't even fucking deal with it. He's like,
not have the conversation, which immediately, even if I didn't have the receipts, I'm like, you're lying. Because I think Natalie would own her part of repeating that, also discussing that, but she won't say that she's the one peddling that 100%.
And also, can I say, this is bringing me back to the most annoying trait about Marcus. When something gets hard, you just walk away. You don't work on it. And it would drive me nuts, dude. This would drive me nuts.
That's so true because that's what he did with Kim. And I kind of like got his side in the first episode of like, all right, it's like, let's say like 5 a.m. I just want to sleep, whatever. But he literally Ubered himself home. And Kim was like, I want to discuss this. Ubered herself to his apartment. And he still wanted to discuss it the next morning.
So this is what happens when you're in a fight. They just leave. And you're like, what the fuck? Marcus says to us, he's dealing with the loss of his parents. He doesn't give a shit about this conversation. And Kim should know that. Kim should put her dumb feelings aside.
To use your parents as another card of like why you can't talk through the hard shit, and Kim should just know that.
So Venus says the girls should stick together because this man is out here ruining lives. And Kim has put up with more shit from Marcus than Venus ever would. Venus knows that him and Marcus are best friends, but Marcus doesn't care about Kim's feelings, and now it's getting to be too much. And then we cut to Shane and Natalie are getting cozy, and Shane drops this banger. Quote, has anyone told you I have the most beautiful eyes?
Oh my God.
That was an awesome line. That was absolutely hysterical. So now some server comes over to Marcus and is like, hey man, do you love Kim? Right out of the gate. And Marcus says he's falling out of love with Kim. She's not the girl he thought she was. And Kim overheard. Right there.
Overheard. Kim is right in front of him.
Kim's right there. Marcus made direct eye contact and said,
fuck that
I'm
bitch.
not in love with Kim anymore. Not even looking at the other server, McKenna or whatever. And so now the birthday cake comes out and we all happy birthday, but Kim's crying. She walks over to Natalie and Natalie's like, of all people. And Natalie's like, what's going on? And then Natalie goes, I love that Kim is crying to me because I'll be her shoulder.
She's crying, but I'll take her crying to me.
That's also crazy. Why does she love that she's crying to her? Because they're friends now?
No, I get this where it's like, I'm not the problem here. Like, this kind of vindicates her a little bit of like, if you thought I was the problem, you would never be crying to me about him.
No, agreed. The way Natalie put it though, it felt like, I just love to be a caretaker for my friends. I love when my friends are sad so I can care.
Hate that you're crying, looks at the camera, but I love that you're crying to me.
Yeah, she smiles.
That's like a housewife tagline.
A little wink, yeah.
She feels some joy in her pain because she gets to be the hero.
Also, I gotta go, Kim, there wasn't one other person you could cry to. You had to go the girl you were yelling at 2 minutes ago.
This is
and luckily Natalie took you. Natalie took you in.
Well, I'm like, come on. This shows me that Natalie truly isn't the problem. It's you picking a man over your friends.
Kim
You're going to defend that man to the end.
Kim is blinded. The problem. Yes. So they're crying in the corner. But Audrey has her cake and she's celebrating. And the way the camera is angled, Audrey is getting a lap dance from Chris and Jason. And it right in the background, Natalie and Kim are crying. But they're close enough where you could totally probably overhear each other.
100%.
Yeah. And I would just like to say, this is the Southern hospitality cinema that I love. I love when someone's crying and then fireworks go off and everyone cheers in the background. That's hilarious.
Amazing.
I love a good cry, and Audrey clocks it, but she's getting a lap dance.
She's like, listen, I can't deny this. I'm kind of interested in.
What do I do?
This scene, I was like, we can build a franchise off of this.
Axel Rod was dancing upon me. This is some Southern hospitality shit.
This was here.
Hysterical. I wish that Audrey hadn't in her interview been like, why are they crying? I wish she had just been like, I didn't notice anything.
No, that's where they did fuck up. Don't acknowledge it because that's what I need. I need something amazing.
I need unawareness.
Happening.
I need unawareness. Yes. I need her on two different planets so we have no idea the other one exists.
And even if you are aware, I need production. This is a production thing. I need you to portray unawareness.
Yeah, don't bring it up. Kim tells Natalie she heard Marcus say that he's falling out of love with her. And yeah, Kim says that's the moment she has to give up on him and she She leaves crying.
She
and I
probably
said,
won't.
I hope they break up in episode 2, but what you've told me is they will get back together.
He was on Watch What Happens Live in episode 1. She was in the audience. I saw them. Clearly they were waiting to see how people, I think, received Vanderpump Rules new cast, because they had a season party, I think, for episode 2. And I saw them kissing on social media, in the SUR social media, the Bravo social media. So they're well and good in present day. One can dream for a breakup.
Listen, I'm not going to say I'll say we, because we usually agree on these things. You can say we. But I'll claim me. I don't want to speak for you, but I'll say we. We usually have a good idea if couples are going to make it or not. Even if they get married, we know that they probably won't make it for the long run.
Long term, yeah.
I would like to just cite Brittany and Jax. We kind of called that one from the beginning. The only one we were kind of wrong about was Sandoval and Ariana.
Yeah, but I think their lack of commitment was clear, if that makes sense.
They wanted different things. I think we were just blinded to it because we were
I think we were good with what it was. If they would have gotten married, I would have been that's a big commitment.
We were hesitant on Tom and Katie, although that's hard to track because we did. That was after the fact
times, too. That was different times in the world. Tom Schwartz wasn't as bad in how we hated them.
And unfortunately, we didn't start doing this until they were well on their way to a divorce.
Correct.
So there's no. But we did say when we talked about it at work a lot that they have issues.
There was off. Yeah. No, nobody said that's a dream relationship in my mind.
I mean, I loved Craig and Paige at the beginning, and as they slowly got into it, I said, this isn't going to work out.
It's different to be crush and I think a first 2 years, a lighthearted relationship for 2 years in is different than getting married.
The relationship of it. But
Craig and Paige is exciting. Good. They're worth a dating for 2 years. Craig is worth to date for 2 years.
Yeah, but as they started to get serious, you and I both it's not going to work. Once a relationship gets serious,
buying a house,
we can clock if it's going to work or not pretty well. And we've been pretty good on that aspect of it. And I'm just going to say, I'll put my hat in the ring right now and say this probably won't work in the long term.
These two are giving Kristen and Sandoval where it's not working at all. They're messy as hell and won't let each other go.
Whether it be 5 months or 15 years, they will break up at some point.
Don't do 15 years.
I mean, it took Jax and Brittany a while, but we stuck by our guns and said this marriage sucks.
No, we knew that before they got married, but
yeah.
I can't do 15 seasons of these two.
They wouldn't be renewed for 15 seasons. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying I can't sit in my retirement community watching this.
They wouldn't get renewed, Meredith. This show would be long canceled.
The network will have to go down before they cancel Vanderpump Rules at this rate.
It will. And it will. It will at this point. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I will go on record and say I don't believe in this relationship. They will break up at some point in their lives.
This may be a hot take. And by hot take, I mean lukewarm to frigid. They're not going to. Everybody believes that.
Yeah, I don't care. I think Brittany and Jax literally got married just to show people like us.
Brittany and Jax had a healthier relationship than these two. I actually believe Jax was really into Brittany and wanted Brittany more than Marcus wants Kim. Jax showed more want and desire for Brittany than Marcus shows for Kim. That man was like, yes, you can move in with me. You can move cross country and move in with me. That man wanted her to cook for him, which was crazy. But he wanted the things she was willing to provide.
I cannot agree with your take yet. I would have to do some serious thinking on it. I don't feel comfortable.
More or less on Marcus.
I don't feel comfortable putting a claim out there yet about that.
Just saying.
But I feel comfortable saying this relationship will probably not work.
I don't think Marcus would ever say, I want to marry Kim.
I think he would just to prove everyone wrong. Similar to why I think Jax and Brittany got married. Just to prove everyone wrong. I think
Jax wanted to marry Brittany because his dad died and he was clinging to something.
Marcus's parents died.
And he's not clinging to Kim.
He is, clearly. He's still with her.
They break up 3 times a week.
Doesn't matter. They still get back together.
Breaks up with her more than I take PTO.
They still get back together. So, I mean, I'm
as committed to my job as Marcus is to his relationship.
We need to just shut the fuck up because it's not about the logistics. It's about me saying on record, I don't think this relationship is going to work out, whether it be 15 minutes or 15
100%.
Years.
Let's make it
They will not die married.
Put it on the lower side, please.
They will not die together.
No,
they will die broken
joint
up.
Burial grounds.
They will die broken up. But yeah. Okay. We gotta do accepted and blocked. So Meredith, who are you accepting this week?
I gotta go Venus. I am obsessed with Venus. Damn. I think he is the star of this show.
Damn, I gotta be honest. That was mine. I don't really like anyone else.
And you pick him. He deserves it. He's giving. He is giving.
Right. I'll give it 2 to Venus. Yeah, because I really don't like anyone else. There's really nowhere else.
Most openly diverse in this cast, like sexual orientation wise. Like that was in his bio. He is a hoot. He's the personality. He is giving all of the interviews. I love him.
Sure. He's the best one. He can die last in this cast.
Okay. You're slowly coming around and I know it.
I think it's entertaining. Do I want to do a podcast on these people yet? No. I think that's what's really hard is I don't know them. So it sucks kind of talking about it.
I agree. But you can agree it's warming up. It's getting better.
Sure. I'm still in favor though. Just cancel the show.
100% agree.
Rebrand it.
I want to stand clear on. I would love for them to rename it, rebrand it. I would love. My dream is they never spun off from actual Vanderpump, or they would spin off. Like I want this to not be season 12. However, I'm going to take it as it comes, and I'm not going to just automatically hate it. I think there's a lot of people automatically hating it. You know.
I hate everything though. I hate it in the way I understand. That's just my personality. I don't want people to think I actually like top really hate it.
People are like, "This is the worst show ever," and it's like, okay, no, it's not
that. It's the same way I like hated when I still kind of hate Southern Hospitality, but I watched that shit because it's awesome. I hated. I mean, I did hate Jackson Brittany, but at the same time, loved it. Watched every episode. It's that kind of thing where I think this is a stupid show.
Correct.
But I watch a lot of stupid shows, so
correct.
Could be worse. I could be watching the news. So
my blocking is Marcus. I'm sorry, but I can't handle you. Everything. I can't handle you.
Don't apologize. I'm so sorry. I gotta block Audrey. It would have been Marcus if you picked first. Don't look shocked.
I'm shocked from the high to low on that girl. You were like, listen, she's the best. She's amazing.
I have to be honest. If I had picked first, I would have picked Venus and Marcus. But you chose Marcus, and we usually try to diversify. And there was no one else I really hated. I think both Kim and Natalie are victims of Marcus's bullshit. Shane wasn't in it enough. Chris and Jason weren't in it enough. Audrey was, and I had to listen to her talk about manifestation and being 22? An Aries. And I fucking hated it. And being 22. I fucking hated it all. So, sorry.
No. I'm just saying she flew too close to the sun.
Next time I'll pick first, and then you can go with your second option.
I'm always willing for you to pick first.
Yeah, well, we can take turns, but I'm just saying there wasn't a lot of options. There was a lot of lukewarm people.
And you're not in
this episode. There just wasn't enough.
I'm just happy it's not Chris, Natalie. She is an anchor of this show, and you have to give her that respect a little bit. I think her and Venus are the only ones providing entertainment, in my opinion.
I wasn't gonna pick Natalie. I think Natalie's a victim to
Marcus.
To Marcus's bullshit. Yeah. And I'm always gonna root for even the shittiest of women over the men.
Absolutely. And she got vindicated at least on one count of the text, the heels.
She did. I will say Natalie pissed me off with the Demi shit at work.
100%, I understand that. Not enough to be blocked. Yeah.
No. Audrey pissed me off the most, I think.
God forbid she's 22.
She's a horse. She's a horse girl. I'm lukewarm on horse girls, too. You know, my personality is I hate everything until I don't. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you will watch it. I'm getting tired of the people being like, why would you ever watch this show? It's on TV. I'm just going to watch bullshit TV.
Don't watch it. Just listen to our podcast.
I feel like I'm getting annoyed at people telling me I'm dumb for watching shit. I can do whatever the fuck I want with my own time.
I don't know why you care what people think ever.
I just don't like, the internet's becoming like a just want to hate everything. And it's like, okay, just scroll. Just scroll.
I hate everything.
Yeah, but you're not commenting telling people they're dumb for just doing whatever they want to do.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I have
I'm tied to this podcast and I've committed so hard. Let me be.
You know how much I already hate spending time on social media, so I'm not commenting shit. That would make my life long.
No, I'm going to tell you you're watching this show and you're going to say I don't want to, and I'm going to say we're doing it anyways, and we're all going to move on.
Sure. If this was a random show, though, I would say no. This was a spinoff of a show we already were doing.
It's Jackson Brittany Take Kentucky.
Well, no, that was a 1-season wonder. We did that separately.
This could be a 1-season wonder.
That's fine, but the live season I would push back on if we weren't already committed to this show.
100% agree. I would never make you watch Jackson Brittany.
Let's make it clear. I'm not doing anything I don't want to do.
Yeah.
There was a part of me that knew this was an obligation.
We have to go on the ride.
If you were like, let's do this rando show on Bravo live, I'd be like, nah, let's not. You enjoy. Anyway, do all the things we talked about at the beginning of the episode. And with that, love ya.
Thanks for joining. Bye.